de-escalation. Well, we're going to cross live then to Jerusalem, talk to our correspondent Irris Makler, who joins us from there. So, Irris, we've got Antony Blinken arriving there today. Of course, he's inevitably going to be urging caution and urging calm.
He will. I mean, he's flying into turmoil here. Israel is still burying its dead from the attack outside the synagogue on Friday night in East Jerusalem. And that followed 24 hours after an attack in an Israeli military raid in Jenin. And both of these were the worst attacks in over a decade. He will urge calm. He will offer help. What can America do? What can Washington do to help? Other things on the agenda, as well as the Israel-Palestine conflict, and he's meeting leaders on both sides, will be the democracy issue in Israel. You know, because we've been going to the protests, that tens of thousands of people have been taking to the streets, worried about the change, which they call an overthrow and the Prime Minister calls an overhaul of the legal system of the judiciary. That's going to be on the agenda too. And then there's foreign policy issues. And one of them is an expansion of the Abraham Accords, the normalization deals that were begun under Donald Trump but have been very successful. And I know that the Israeli Prime Minister is keen to expand them to include Saudi Arabia. Can that happen, and can this administration help make that happen?
Irris, we've also been hearing this weekend, haven't we, about a drone attack on a military facility in Iran. Now, there's been no official confirmation about who carried out this attack, but we were talking just before we came on air and you were telling me that you think that that will also come up very much at this meeting involving Antony Blinken.
Well, I can't imagine that it won't, because Iran is the keynote of the foreign policy interests of Israel's Prime Minister. And this event is, you know, there's been this, I want to call it a proxy war, but when there's an event like this inside Iran, it's no longer a proxy, but it's been bubbling on for a long time between Israel and Iran. And what we saw this weekend, confirmed, by the way, on Sunday by Iranian television, was that there was a drone attack at a military base in Isfahan in the center of the country. That attack, the Iranians say, did minor damage, but we've also seen footage that people have uploaded to social media, and you can see that it was quite significant damage and there was a lot of burning there. US media says that they were ballistic missiles. That has a huge impact both on Israel and on the war in Ukraine. And no one has, there was some speculation it was America. The Wall Street Journal came out and named Israel. Israel doesn't confirm or deny, but obviously this is huge. And there have been so many American officials here in the past week, including the head of the CIA. You cannot imagine that this, as a policy or as a coordination between the two countries, won't be top of the agenda.
Irris, thanks very much. Irris Makler, our correspondent, talking to us live from Jerusalem there. Now, at least